Have you or anyone you've known ever donated blood? If not, and you are unfamiliar with why we should donate blood and how to do it, I'm going to give you all a guidance here. Now, as somebody who has donated blood several times in the past, I actually can say that it is a very simple process. It is something that is only going to take you about 30 minutes to an hour of your time. Now, we're going to get into the demand for blood, donations, and how to donate blood. Now, with that being said, before we get into that, I want to go ahead and talk about why we should donate blood, especially in these critical times. Now, for one, hospitals right now, due to COVID-19, are at maximum capacity in most states. Now, that being said, there is a high demand for critical care. There are a lot of patients, especially COVID-19 patients, that are in critical or life-threatening conditions. Now, blood transfusions are specifically done for patients that are in critical or life-threatening conditions. Now, that being said, with the cases increasing in the United States, there is more of a demand for blood, more of a demand for these blood transfusions. Now, another thing that researchers have been testing lately is how blood plasma transfusions are working in current COVID-19 patients, which they are getting the plasma from COVID-19 survivors, so to speak. They're getting their plasma, and due to the antibodies found in their plasma, they're actually seeing a 3% drop in the risk for death. So it is proving to have some, kind of a positive moving forward, but it's not exactly a cure, but it is a treatment. So that is another reason why right now, especially if you have had the virus, I definitely would say that you should be donating your blood and your plasma. Now, one of the biggest controversies when it comes to donating blood or receiving a blood transfusion is contracting an infectious disease. Now, according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, they have shown us that in regards to contracting an infectious disease such as hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or even HIV, can occur in 1 in a million people. So it's actually very rare, and this is due to the safety precautions and testing that they do prior to blood transfusions after receiving the blood donation. Now, the Red Cross blood has actually reported that each year an estimated 6.8 million people in the United States donate blood. Now, compared to the 350 million almost people in the United States, it definitely is a fraction, but every single person that donates blood counts to something even bigger. Now, also according to the Red Cross blood, they have shown us that type O negative red cells and AB positive plasma are actually universal. So this means that they can be used on any person with any type of blood. Now, this is important. If you do know that if you are actually O negative or AB positive, that is another reason why I would definitely vouch for you to donate, because your blood is going to be used for many other people. Now, that being said, even if you do have any type of blood, you should donate, because they can do a blood match. Now, in order to donate blood, let's talk about that. So donating blood, you can go to your local Vitalent or CSL Plasma. Now, you can go to these places and you will take a survey to determine where you've been, if you've been out of the United States, your traveling history, things of that such, your medical history, just a questionnaire that you will need to answer. Now, after that, they will begin the process, which they just, hook you up to an IV, take out your blood, and after that, give you a light snack, something so you're not nauseous, you're not dizzy. So it is a very fast and simple process. Now, we need to think about the importance of this. Donating your blood is going to potentially not only help your community because you're paying forward, you are making that extra step to donate to your community, but you can also save a life or multiple lives, which is something that is very crucial and important. Many people do not donate blood. For whatever reason, they just don't either know about it, they're not familiar, but that is why it is important to educate our fellow uh, people within our community to understand why it is important. Now, if every single one of us, or mostly every single one of us, were to donate blood or even encourage others to do so, we will have enough blood supply for our hospitals and for the patients, which is something that is going to change everything. It will change a person's well-being and how they recuperate, and it'll change how our community sees us and how we respond for a call of action.